People are filled with plenty of questions when it comes to investments and returns. The most asked question is, how long will it take for my money to be twice the amount? Or where will my money be in 2 years' time? There are so many more that investors have in mind regarding the speed with which their money will grow. In finance, the rule of 72 is a formula that estimates the amount of time it takes for an investment to double in value, earning a fixed annual rate of return. The rule is a shortcut or back of the envelope calculation to determine the amount of time for an investment to double in value. The simple calculation is dividing 72 by the annual interest rate. The rule of 72 is a calculation that estimates the number of years it takes to double your money at a specified rate of return. If, for example, your account earns 4%, divide 72 by 4 to get the number of years it will take for your money to double. In this case, 18 years. The same calculation can also be useful for inflation, but it will reflect the number of years until the initial value has been cut in half rather than doubling. The rule of 72 is derived from a more complex calculation and is an approximation, and therefore it isn't accurate. The most accurate results from the rule of 72 are based at the 8% interest return rates, and the farther from 8% you go in either direction, the less precise the results will be. Still, this handy formula can help you get a better grasp on how much your money may grow, assuming a specified rate of return. The formula for the rule of 72. The rule of 72 can be expressed simply as years to double is equal to 72 divided by rate of return on investment or interest rate. There are a few important caveats to understand with this formula. The interest rate shouldn't be expressed as a decimal out of 1, such as 0.07 for 7%. It should just be the number 7. So for example, 72 by 7 is 10.3 or 10.3 years. The rule of 72 is focused on compounding interest that compounds annually. For simple interest, you'd simply divide 1 by the interest rate expressed as a decimal. If you had $100 with a 10% simple interest rate with no compounding, you'd divide 1 by 0.1, yielding a doubling rate of 10 years. For continuous compounding interest, you'll get more accurate results by using 69.3 instead of 72. The rule of 72 is an estimate, and 69.3 is harder for mental math than 72, which divides easily by 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 12. If you have a calculator, however, use 69.3 for slightly more accurate results. The farther you diverge from an 8% return, the less accurate your results will be. The rule of 72 works best in the range of 5 to 12%, but it's still an approximation. To calculate based on a lower interest rate like 2%, drop the 72 to 71. To calculate based on a higher interest rate, add 1 to 72 for every 3% point increase. So, for example, use 74 if you're calculating doubling time for 18% interest. Friends, now let's talk about Rule of 114. Rule of 114 means it is similar to Rule 72 by all ways except one item. Rule of 114 will assist you to figure out the time duration required to triple your capital investment by using compounding interest formula. Rule of 114 definition says that divide 114 by interest rate to get the years essential to triple your money. Many times, it has been noticed that rule of 115 is being used instead of rule of 114. As rule of 115 means, it shows how much time taken to triple your investment capital. It is again similar to rule 114 in all the ways. Mostly, this rule is being used frequently rather than taking rule of 115 examples to calculate time taken to grow your investment triple of its value. Rule of 114 formula is equal to 114 divided by interest rate. Similarly, now let us understand rule 144. Rule of 144 means it is similar to rule of 114 and rule of 72 in all ways. Only thing which makes it unique is that rule of 144 will assist you to identify time duration required to quadruple your capital investment evaluated by compounding interest formula. Rule of 144 definition says that divide 144 by interest rate to get the years essential to quadruple your money. Rule of 144 formula. Here, Rule of 144 formula offer you to have simple calculation to solve your mathematical problem of quadruple the investment time period. Rule of 144 formula, N is equal to 144 divided by rate of interest. Friends, the rest of the words in the next video. How did you like the video? Please comment. Don't forget to share the video and please subscribe Weekend channel.